you were actually born in Louisiana.
Yeah, yeah.
And you came out here like 5, 6, 7 years old.
About 5 years old.
Do you have any Louisiana memories?
You know what I'm saying? You know, just the house, all the trees, because we was like in the country part. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't, this our country was, the name of the motherfucking city was Waterproof. Waterproof, Louisiana, so you could get it, you know what I'm saying?
Now, did you, after you moved back to California, did you ever go back to visit family?
Oh yeah. But most of the family, I've been to Waterproof. It's a little bitty town. It's nothing really, but most of my family's in New Orleans. So when I go back, I go to New Orleans.
Okay. So what's your first memory of being in California?
I think my first memory was a little elementary school I went to. When we first moved there, we moved over off 92nd in Vermont.
Okay, so that was late 60s?
That was, I'd say about 68. Yeah, late 60s.
And what elementary did you go to?
I think it was 92nd Street School, I think it was.
And any memories from there?
No, not really. I don't really start getting my memories from. We left from 92nd and moved to the projects in Nickerson Gardens. We lived there about 3. I left. Let me see. When I left there, I was in the 5th grade. About 3 years. We lived there about 3 years, 4 years.
So how old were you when you first got to the Nickersons?
Probably about 7. Just turning 7.
And I'm assuming at that time, this is late 60s, early 70s.
This is probably about 70.
Okay.
Probably about 1970.
And
it was 1970 because, the Crips had already been established.
do you actually remember that at that time, or that wasn't on your mind?
No, I remember because, by me living in the Nickerson Gardens where the bounty hunters were, you know what I'm saying, they made rival, you know what I'm saying, besides, Grape Street. I don't even know if Grape Street was in existence. No, it wasn't even in existence then. But their main rival was Carver Park Crips. You know what I'm saying? I can clearly remember, some Carver Parks coming through there, shooting and, hearing that, it was a Carver Park Crips that did it.
So what was you thinking about when you're hearing about this conflict as you probably like 8 or 9 at the time?
Yeah, I was intrigued. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know what gangster shit was, but whatever they was doing, I was intrigued by it.
Did you get to know any of the people in the Nickersons before you left?
Yeah, I knew, because my mother she was best friends with some bounty hunter cats. They had a brother named Paul Ray, a brother named Hanky, a brother named Reggie, sister named Paulette, sister named Ann. They lived like four projects down from us. And, I knew all of them then. I knew all the bounty hunters around there, man. Lil Larry, Bounty Hunter Red, Lil George, Doochie, Frog, Big Frog, Lil Frog, Bertrand, all of them.
So you crossed paths
and Ray Boyce. I didn't personally know Ray Boyce, but his brother Fred Boyce, he was like I don't know if you would call it not a substitute. He was some kind of helper at our school in my class. That's how I got to know him. He when I went to 112th Street School. That's the elementary I went to. And Fred Boyce, I guess he was some kind of assistant or something, and I got to know him. And that's Ray Boyce's brother. He didn't bang.
Okay, so you mentioned Frog. Is it the OG Frog that we seeing now?
Yeah, that's OG Frog. His brother Lil Frog, Dwayne. Me and Dwayne's like the same age. We went to school together. I know they sister had a sister named Cheryl too. I was all around that motherfucker, you know. Man, I knew my way in and out of them projects. Even when I moved from over there, I just used to go back and roll through that motherfucker. You know, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they go through there, they can get lost. But I knew my way front to back through there.
So you were actually becoming a part of the community and knowing everybody.
Yeah, I was knowing everybody.
So what caused your family to leave there?
Yeah, my mom and my stepfather went and bought a house in Compton. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my story basically began.
Now, were you happy about the move or disappointed? Because you starting to plant roots in the Nickersons.
Yeah, but I was happy because we was moving to a house, you know? So, yeah.
All right, so you move into, I guess, at that time, they call it the Oaks Park area?
No. Yeah, but I was on the Midtown side.
Okay.
I'm from Midtown.
Okay. And you got there in, 72?
No, I think I got there in 71. I think about 71. I know I was like in the 5th grade.
Okay. And when you first got to Compton in 1971 on the Midtown side, were there still white people living around?
Very few. Very, very few. You might see one every once in a while, but it wasn't a lot at all.
So you moving into a mostly black middle class area of homeowners, right?
Yeah, black.
Mostly homeowners.
Yeah. Mostly, damn everybody over there was homeowners.
And what school did you end up going to in the 5th grade?
I ended up going to TB Elementary. It was over across Wilmington by the Cedar Blocks, close to the Cedar Block Pyrus. But I don't even think they wasn't even out then.
No, not in 71,
No.
72.
No, they wasn't even out.
Okay, so explain to us in terms of, you just said you lived on the Midtown side and there's an Oak Park side. One's north of Rosecrans, one's south of Rosecrans.
Yeah, we was, Midtown, our hood, man, we had a small hood. Basically, our hood was Midtown. We was in between Alameda and Santa Fe. You know what I'm saying? In between Alameda and Santa Fe is only 3 streets, Rose, Spring, and Willow. So we just had Santa Fe, Rose, Spring, and Willow. You know what I'm saying? From basically from Compton Boulevard, in between Compton Boulevard and Rosecrans. You know what I'm saying? We was on the south side, and Oaks Park was on the north side of Rosecrans.
And to your east was at that time, I guess, just East Side Piru, right?
Yeah, to the east you had Elm Street and you had Ludus Park.
And was the Ludus Park name being used when you got there, or was it East Side and then it became Ludus?
Well, by the time I got deep into it, I just knew it was Elm and Ludus, you know, and we knew they was Pyrus. You know, because it's crazy now because it's like the Pyrus in the Bloods, it's got like a separation.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description, and thanks for watching StreetTV.net.